our regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special report.
Shalom. Tonight, I investigate the contest calamity now known as Metalgate. Warren produced like a pro TM Huart does forced consent. I hear what these two dingbats have to say for themselves, and Warren joins the Russian war effort. Jolly good. Thousands of contestants quit their jobs and lived off sardines and seawater for a whole month, just hoping that death metal icon James Murphy would listen to their mix of Dead to the World by 90s metal band Malamore.
Today I want to announce the very first Kohler Audio Cult mixing contest. And this is how it works. Check the link below to ratemymix.com. You sign up there, you download the multitracks, mix the song, and upload your version of the song. And then in a few weeks, it will be Warren Huart and me, and buckle up, the legendary guitarist and producer James Murphy.
And then the effects were off. Something like that. Somewhere in there, I was zooming around. Whatever, some nonsense like that.
We will be the jury and we will pick the winners.
Well, it turns out 2,000 entries later, they couldn't be fucked.
Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck that.
Luckily, there was a cutting-edge scientific experiment taking place to find out if monkeys like wearing lipstick whilst listening to metal. Turns out they fucking hate it. Metalgate has now become the gold standard of how not to run a contest, as it violates just about every policy on the list. But to fully understand why Metalgate became an international crisis of mass proportion, let's do what Cher can't and I can't sing. Turn back time.
The SoundCloud copyright saga.
Right out of the gate, the contestants were hit with a copyright strike, causing SoundCloud to remove their entries. This caused widespread panic on the Rate My Mix forum, many fearing that they had now missed the deadline and that all their hard work had been in vain. Meanwhile, there wasn't a fucking peep from the useless organizers or from the tech guy Lee Chapman, who was possibly having a bad day at the office or drinking cocktails by the pool.
You can't give us multiple mixes.
You can only upload one version, okay? You can't upload several versions.
One contestant I spoke to had to send his track twice as there was a problem with the file. Again, Lee Chapman couldn't be fucked to do his job. And to this day, AJ Breckish has no idea if he was disqualified or if his mix, which he spent over a month working on, was even fucking listened to.
The Phantom Judges.
We have a special guest judge, don't we?
We will have the amazing James Murphy, who is a legend guitarist and producer.
I auditioned, 42 mixes.
Now, call me fucking crazy, but if you say, Pat Sharp is gonna judge the contest, I expect Pat fucking Sharp to judge the fucking contest. Furthermore, I'm gonna enter the contest because Pat fucking Sharp is gonna listen to my goddamn jam. Now, if you said, let's say Lee from RateMyMix.com is gonna judge the fucking contest, I ain't gonna fucking waste my time. Who gives a flying breakfast what Lee from RateMyMix.com thinks?
The curious case of the vanishing YouTube comments.
Not content with outing himself, James Murphy decided to squeal on his fellow judges. During an argument with a contestant in the YouTube comments on Kristian's channel, James let slip that not only did he listen to a mere 42 of the 2,000 mixes, but Warren and Kristian themselves only listened to 50 each. This comment got people talking, but soon mysteriously vanished from Kristian's page.
I'll let the cat out of the bag. We didn't feel like there was enough really good quality remixes. We didn't really feel like the remixes, like for instance, James didn't have a favorite remix.
Okay kids, today we are going to draw our best picture for a very important man in America. Remember to try your hardest.
What am I looking at here? This isn't art, it's garbage. Eric, fetch me my bed. I'm going to need a nap.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, completely threw it, turned it upside down and ripped out his innards and replaced it with robotics and, violins and cellos and yeah, amazing.
How about you, James?
I think it's stellar. I love this.
Unfortunately, that's where the compliments dried up, as this next remix was considered an utter pile of shit by the judges and not even worthy of third place. Let's take a listen to this discarded piece of burnt toast.
I don't want to hear that. That's okay. From the hell that might be.
10 gallons of shit in a 5-gallon bucket.
Tip 1. Always mix tracks and solo using a continuous loop.
Quite often I'll just do more of the same. So if I select 60 here and boost that, pull some more 350 out, turn that up a little bit. I actually want to hit the console a little harder, just a little bit harder. I just kind of want to hear that. There you go, look, it's bouncing around about 0. Now it's overloading it a little bit, so let's bring it down just a little bit. You see the overload light? Bring that down to dB. Occasional. It might have to come down a little bit more, but it's occasionally doing it. Down just a little bit, so let's do that 2 dB. Now that's overloading because you're hitting it quite hard there. I can go here, out, in. Let's just, again, pull this down a little bit. Not hit the console quite so hard because all this boosting EQ. It's still occasionally overloading. Don't know if it bothers me, to be honest. Still hitting around 0 on the console over here. Just a little bit less. I don't know if I need 3 to 6 dB. gain reduction. So I'm just using the plug-in here to do it. I've got one last secret weapon. It's massive. Overload, so let's keep it about there. Okay. Now, go over to here. Lots of really aggressive EQing going on. Boosting of lows here at 60 hertz, cutting the low mids, boosting the top. I've done the same thing here on the API, and I've also done it in Pro Tools.
The unexpected tax bill.
Now, if you're running a contest, you should make contestants aware that they'll have to pay tax on their prizes, and it should be clearly stated in your terms. For example, in India, prizes are taxed as income. Letitia?
The tax on prizes in India is 31.2%.
Thanks, you sexy calculator, you. All the winners won the ProMix Academy Everything Bundle, priced at $5,000. And on this prize alone, the tax in India would be, wait for it, about a year's wage. But that's not all. Here's the real kick in the dick. I reached out to ProMix Academy, and they told me the Everything Bundle only costs $500. But that's not all. Guess who owns ProMix Academy and makes up all the prices? Warren fucking Huart!
The missing prize money.
Over at Rate My Mix HQ, they were struggling to do basic math, like kids do. You know, adding up.
The original plan was to announce 6 winners who mixed the song, and 3 of them get digital prizes, and 3 others, the 3 main winners, get like the hardware prizes. But we also wanted to announce 3 remix winners.
What is math? At first glance, this might look like the seating plan for that book club you go to on Fridays. But actually, it's the number of prizes that Numpty and Dumpty said they were gonna give out. Now, using the power of adding up, that gives us a total prize fund of $95,772. A whopping $75,000 of that was made up of memberships and Warren's personal stash of IR porn. Now, because James Murphy was being an absolute diva and refused to choose a third-place remix winner, just like a lot of other things in the contest, one of the prizes went missing.
I would love to give a lot more prizes to a lot of other great-sounding mixes.
How about you start by giving out the prizes you said you would, you giant toenail? Now, I realize that when you get past 8, you have to start using your thumbs. But I don't think that's on the list of excuses the FTC accepts. The final maths we have to do is get the actual prize fund amount and take away the 10x overpriced everything bundle, which gives us the real actual prize fund amount. And the total amount stolen from the prize pot was $44,364.
Hey sexy nerds, nothing makes my circuits overheat more than talking about rules. When running a contest, you should always set clear judging criteria so participants know how their entries will be judged. This criteria will also tell the judging body what to look for.
You can mix it any way you like. Make it as modern as you want. Cover it with so many samples.
I would still love you to work with just the original tracks.
The last thing you want to do is edit the schnizzle out of it. If you do something that's absolutely amazing, then all bets are off.
Do whatever you feel. Don't start with drum replacing everything with whatever modern tune track samples or something. You can do whatever you want with those tracks, of course. There's no limitations.
Tonight on Night News, Warren Huart funds Russian invasion. Mr. Huart is seemingly completely unaware there's a war going on in the Ukraine, as he thought it was a good idea to send $13,000 worth of prizes to a Belarus resident. The US have already imposed sanctions on Belarus to try and stifle their economy as they aid Russia in their attacks on the Ukraine. Meanwhile, Dopey Warren is undermining their efforts by sending them taxable items which will put cash directly in the pockets of the Belarus government. What a fucking idiot! Now this has nothing to do with the first place winner. And I'm not suggesting in any way that Alexei condones the actions of his country, and he sounds like a lovely guy. But unfortunately, I think most people would take issue with knuckleheads like Warren helping to fund the Russian invasion. I'd like to think I'm a pretty fair guy, so I asked little Louis to give Warren and Kristian the right to reply. Louis asked him some very specific questions about the contest, which after some finger-pointing, double talk...
What line of work are you in?
Waste management consultant.
And general arrogance, they both refused to answer. Remember this guy? Well, this time little Louis went undercover as a journalist, writing a story about the contest. He wanted to know what the judges had to say for themselves. Hey-oh! He actually said that. Hey-oh, I'm a fucking hipster, and this is how I talk to journalists. Sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. I was too busy being a super important international producer flying around in my private jet. Anyway, enough about me. I don't know nothing about no contest. What fucking contest? Ask Warren, he knows about the contest. Anyway, I thought everything in the video was fucking clear, you dumb shit. Maybe I was fucking working too fucking hard to fucking notice, you fuck. Smug face emoji. And by the way, I didn't get paid for none of this, you ungrateful shit. Hugs and kisses, Kristian Big Dick. An unlikely hero emerged from the ashes to console the contestants because Kristian is too much of a corporate slut to admit any fault. In a response to a YouTube comment, Ben Colts, the guitarist from the band, said this about the contest.
That is sad. It would seem like my mix will need a better system in the future. I feel your pain, brother.
Remember that nobody of us got paid for this.
Kristian seems confused about why people run contests and what a sponsor is. So I thought we'd play a quick round of Who's the Father? First up, we have parcel-hurling Amazon Dad, who says his butterfingers are what make him a great lover. Warren Huart, who forced all 2,000 contestants to sign up to his daily Spamfest email list in order to enter the contest. You dodged the bullet, son. This ain't your dad. Next up is Postman Dad, who always rings twice, but sometimes comes in the back door. Kristian Bonifer, who must have made a pretty penny by grooming all those contestants into joining his cult, which, by the way, costs a very reasonable $32 a month. Dry your eyes, mate. This postman's not your dad. In at number 3, we have every housewife's wet dream, Milkman Dad, James Murphy. This nimble-fingered wizard attempted to revive his legendary status, only to find out that no one knows who he is. Until now, he is your dad. Congratulations, boy! With the terrifying news that Warren has recently hit 700,000 subscribers and is well on his way to world domination, I think it's time we all ask ourselves, who is this man? What does he stand for? And should I really be supporting his channel? If the answer to all those questions is, are Jetward's still doing music? You need to focus! It's a common misconception that people vote with their wallets or their feet, but actually they vote with their hands. So go to the Produce Like a Pro channel and unsubscribe, and then come back here and subscribe to this channel. Or the other way around, whatever suits.
Next time on Bad Hair Detective.
Letitia reacts to music by aborted Hitler cork and vaginal of a with a carrot. Say that with the mouth full. I open a trans-dimensional rift in YouTube. I interview myself about the upcoming release of my new album, period. And if you can think of a title for this photo of a touching interaction between an unlikely couple, leave it in the comments down below. Boy, scram! Get the fuck out of here!